Hello friends, welcome to Combrella YouTube channel. So Zomato, one of the unicorns of India's startup ecosystem, is going for an IPO. It has also filed its draft red herring prospectus with the SEBI. And it will be the first unicorn from India's startup ecosystem to go for public issue. So without wasting much time, let's dive into this video. Let's go to the fourth part of the video, which is financial analysis of the company and which is the most important part. Before doing the financial analysis of the company, let us try to understand the business model of the company. So Zomato is basically a technology platform that connects the customers with the restaurant partners and the delivery partners. So these are the three people who are in the ecosystem of Zomato. And Zomato has food delivery, Dine Out, Zomato Pro, and then Hyperpure, which is a B2B platform which has been newly started by Zomato, wherein the company procures high quality ingredients directly from the farmers and sells it to the restaurant. And apart from high quality ingredients, it also procures kitchen equipments from the manufacturers and gives it to the restaurant. So now let us analyze the profit and loss account, which everybody would be waiting for. So if you see the revenue of the company from 2018, 19 and 2020, all these numbers are for the year ended March, okay? And for the 9 months ended December 2020, from April 2020 to December 2020. So if you see the revenue of the company was 466 crores in 2018. Then in 2019, it went to 1,313 crores. Then 2,600 crores in 2020. And for 9 months, December 20, it is 1,301 crores. So revenue has increased consistently. Now, let us look at the underlying figure, that is the bottom line, which is a loss. Without much any guesses, we know the company is a loss-making company. So in 2018, the loss was 107 crores. In the next year, 2019, loss was 1,010 crores. Then in 2020, it was 2,386 crores. And then for the 9 months ended December 20, it is 682 crores. So the loss has reduced in this 9 months ended. And then let us look at one more important financial data, which is basically advertisement and sales promotion expenses as a percentage of revenue. Okay. So if you see the percentage, in 2018 was 17.41%. 2019 it zoomed to 94%. Then in 2020 it was 51%, and then in December 20 it is only 23%. So you can say the advertisement and sales revenue is actually coming down over the years, but it is still quite high. So overall the company is a loss-making company at the overall corporate level. But at the unit level, the company is actually now making profits. So if you see the unit economics means at that particular order level, what is the cost of that particular order, that is delivery charges, commission charges, and what is the income from that particular order which the Zomato gets. In 2020, that is March 20, the contribution profit, okay, contribution profit was negative 30.5. Basically, it was a contribution loss for March 2020, 30.5 rupees. Okay, and for the December 2020, it is having a contribution profit of 22.9 rupees. So at the order level, it is making profits, but still at the company level, it is making a loss because this order level does not take into account all the indirect expenses like salary, rent, electricity expenses. Those things are not accounted in the order economics. If we see the balance sheet of the company, there's nothing much big to analyze on the balance sheet, but one of the good thing about the company is it is a debt-free company. There is no borrowings of the company as on 31st December 2020. The borrowings are nil, and it is an asset-light model because it does not require heavy fixed assets. The major assets of the company are more into intangible assets like software, technology platforms, brands, etc. Now let us see the cash flow of the companies. In that also, we'll see the cash from operating activity, which is a very good indicator of the operations and the cash flow generation of the company. So if you see in 2018, the cash flow was negative 69 crores from operating activity. Then 2019, it was negative again 1,743 crores. Then in 2020 March, again negative 2,144 crores. And for this 9 months ended December 20, it is negative 269 crores. So cash flow from operating activity tells you how much the company has generated cash or burnt cash. If it is negative, the company has burnt cash on net basis. If it is positive, the company has generated more cash. But in the Zomato's case, it has burnt more cash. So operations means right from the whatever the operations of the company, like getting goods and services, and what is the cost for incurring those services. So basically pure operations, what is the cash flow from those operations is what we can identify from operating activity. Then investing activity, it has been 821 crores negative, 1273 crores negative, which means it has invested in all these various assets. The next year it is positive 1700 crores, and then December 20 again negative, which means it has invested. Negative, it can investing activity can be negative, nothing wrong. Then financing activity is all positive, which means it has raised money from various investors and it has got funding. These are all positive numbers. And another important factor is there are no listed companies like Zomato in our Indian stock market to compare, because Swiggy is not yet listed. Other companies like Jubilant FoodWorks are not exactly like Zomato, though they deliver food, but they also make pizza, and they have their inventory also. But Zomato does not operate like Jubilant FoodWorks, so it is the first of a company. There is no comparison available in the Indian stock market for Zomato. So with that, we come to the end of this video, my dear friends. Hope you all like the video. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this video, and see you all in the next video. Until that time, thank you and namaste.